Long time no post. I haven't done a video in a while. It's been too cold and too lazy. I've just finished watering all the plants. I'm going to repot my native and what would it be, like gardening ginger. So I've got my native ginger, which is all dried back, and then the normal ginger you get from the kitchen has finally died back as well. I was just waiting for that one. Coming into winter they die back, and that's a really good time to repot and give them some extra room. Like my last video, the native ginger was warping the pot, so I'm going to move it to a much larger pot. I've also repotted the, I don't remember what it's called, cauliflower I think, or broccoli, into its new home, and it's quite sad. It's been absolutely obliterated by aphids or something. I don't see, they've been eaten by something. I know I seen aphids on there when I moved them out. So that's that. So I was thinking about moving the turmeric into garden beds over there. They're just across from me. At the moment they are absolutely full. So I'll just walk around. My pumpkin's died back. I haven't cut it back yet because I'm hoping it'll survive winter and have a head start for summer. But this is absolutely chock-a-block full of sweet potatoes, and there is one tomato plant in there which was a self-seeded. So I'm gonna destroy one of those beds. I'm just gonna pick one and leave the other ones. So hopefully I'll chuck the turmeric in there, and then the commercial turmeric I might just put in a pot. It hasn't really warped the pot too much, so I might just put it in like a pot size up, and go from there. So yeah, it'll be good. I gotta feed this cat, otherwise he'll be meowing at me for the entire video, which is great. Cat's all fed. Yay! I've got my turmeric. I found some mangoes which I need to repot as well, so they're all just there. I'll have a look at them in a second. And now I just got to decide which bed to put it in. I've got 4 beds. I think I might, one of them has pineapple in it, so I might, while I'm here, cut that back a little bit, the sweet potato away from the pineapple, so you can get some light, because the pineapple's not really that happy. But it is pushing through. Head over to here. I don't know if you can see it amongst all the green, but this is the pineapple here. There's another one just in there. See, and then I've got one that's right at the back. So I'm just going to cut all the sweet potato away. I might use the, what do they call it, slips, I think. Like you can replant that and then it'll make more sweet potatoes, which is really nice. So it'll be the first time I've pulled up my sweet potato. I haven't touched it in a while, and I got more growing in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see what I've come up with. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna find a bed and start pulling it apart, which would be good. It'll be nice to see the results. seeded grass. I'm going to give this to the quails. Grass with the quails. Jamie's straight into it. A little bit cautious. I've just cleared away some of the grass. I'm doing a really bad job on this video. I'm not too worried. The pineapple seems pretty tough. So much grass. Okay, so there's my pineapples. There's the bed I'm going to put my turmeric in. This bed has the tomato, which I'm just going to let it do its thing. It's got a pretty little flower. Where are you? There you are. Pretty flower. More grass. Beautiful. And then I've got another bed of sweet potato. So I have 2 turmerics here. I've got, this is it's full of grass at the moment, but this one's got my native, no, not the native, what's it called, just like kitchen ginger. Like it started growing, and so I thought, why not plant it? Oh look, there's, see, it's just your regular old kitchen ginger. Rather than repotting this, I'm going to pull it up, put some more dirt in so it's level, because it's quite, like it's only half full. So I'm just going to raise it up rather than finding a new pot, because pots are hard to come by. Then this is the one that's warped the pot. You can see the pot's not really round. So I'm quite excited to pull this one up and see how that's going. And that's the one that's going to be moving into the styrofoam thing. And then I've got one very sad mango, which desperately needs to be repotted and have this grass pulled out. And that's what I'm putting it into. And then this one, because why not? It's the same age, it's just not as sad. I think it's because this one doesn't have as much grass. Like the grass hasn't really set in, where this one, the grass is really set in, and I think it's competing. So repot, pull out the grass. I hope you can see it okay. I'm kind of mounted it up on a seat, so you can kind of get a bit of an angle. I'm going to leave this at the back. It keeps doing its thing. And dig it up. So I'm going to get the grass that I pulled out, and I'm just going to stick it in the bottom. I don't have that much dirt, so the grass ends up breaking down and turning into dirt, so it's quite handy. This is probably why I can never get rid of grass, but you know, it adds goodness to the dirt, so I don't really mind dealing with it. I just got to keep on top of pulling it out, because the plants fucking hate it. That is okay. Just gonna not be so lazy. I'm quite surprised there's no sweet potato in here at all. So I don't know what this was. I was kind of hoping there would be some sweet potato in here. So I dug up one side, then dug up the other side, And then I'm going to do the middle section, and then that should have grass all over the bottom, pretty evenly dispersed. Hopefully. All this grass will break down and turn into dirt, so you'll get the couple of seeds that'll start growing, but that's kind of why I pulled out the seeded grass before and fed it to the quails, because the quails love the seeds, and it's quite good. So there's the bed made up. So now I'm going to pull out the ginger in here and see how it goes. We'll see if I can do this without dropping the phone. So I'm just going to pull out this grass because it's annoying. You don't need the grass. So I'm going to empty this onto there maybe. I'm not really sure. We'll see. I'll tip it out. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I think I overwatered it. Oh no, there's one. I've definitely been overwatering it though. It's all dried off. There's another one. And there's another one. Well, I'm not completely useless. I've just 3 little bits. So this one's even quite wet still. I'm going to just give them a bit of space. I'm probably not going to put them too deep because I don't want them to keep getting overwatered. So hopefully, being a little bit higher up in here, they will drain a little bit, and I'll just have to refrain from watering them. Put that one in there. Beautiful. That would have been really nice. It's a big chunk that's been rotted. So is that bit. So my bad. But that's all done. Those are all replanted. Hopefully my commercial ginger hasn't had the same fate. We'll see how that one is. So I've moved spots because it was getting really hot in the sun. It's like ridiculously cold in the shade, but the second you go in the sun, you're like, too hot. But I've got this little bowl. I'm going to just tip this into there because I think that'll be easier. And then I've got some just standard boring potting mix. I might add some compost and stuff, but yeah, we'll see. I'm going to find somewhere to stick this phone maybe, or I just do like last time, one-handed. It should do. So I'm interested to see if we got anything decent. I'll have a gaze through after I start moving it into here. So I had to rip the bag then. It's been raining a lot, so everything is just absolutely soaked. A couple handfuls of that. I am in the process of starting a compost. I just need to start. So that's about the difference. I don't think you can see that really well. That's about what was missing in the pot to start with. So I'm gonna have a gaze through here, see what we can find. Oh, look, a worm. 2 worms. Yay! In they go. Oop, I feel something hard. And this is why it's commercial ginger. Look how happy that is. Oh, it's all out of focus. There goes better. Yay! There's one rotten bit, which I think that was my initial plant. It's completely hollow. So that's really good. I'm gonna try to refrain from, this dirt's really dry. So I think that's why this one's so much happier. So I'm gonna avoid, I want it to sit quite high. So I'm gonna chuck some of its dirt in there. Maybe the massive crack in the pot's why it's so dry. It doesn't get a chance to get wet. A little bit higher. Okay. It's got roots on one side, so I'm probably gonna just go with how it was and plant its roots in. Voila! Beautiful. I'm gonna get some to rotate the camera then, but then just turned it off. I'm going to remember what I was gonna say. Quail bedding. I'm gonna get some hay from the quails and stick that on top so it not so much holds moisture in, because I don't want it to get wet. It's in hibernation, so it kind of, a lot of people take it out completely and leave it in the cupboard or something for a couple of weeks, let it dry right out, and then add it back in after. So you know, you can do that. I'm just, when stuff goes into my cupboard, it kind of just gets forgotten about. So I'm going to just leave it there, make a mental note to not water it too much, and yeah, so we're going to get some bedding. Oh, I haven't been in here for so long. I didn't think they were laying because it's winter. But apparently they are. 3 eggs. To probably sew off. Hey Molly, you want an egg? Yeah, Mo. You got blue. Beautiful quail eggs. I do plan on eating them maybe, but I don't know. The dogs like it and I'm just too lazy. I'm not a cook. So wait for Milo to hurry up and finish that so I can give him another one. Is that yummy? You're so scruffy. Come on. I wonder if I'll find any more in here. As probably everyone else is struggling with, we have mice, so they are just destroying everything. Which is really frustrating. But what can you do? All these bits of plastic are probably not good, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I'm not really going to take much, mostly because I don't need that much, and I'm trying to collect it up so I can make a bit of a compost. So I'm just going to tip this into there. The last of the hay. I have to go get some more. Just spread it around. I'm excited to do a really big clean in here and picked up all the poop and hay and pull out the beds and give them a really good scrub out and make it nice. I'm just waiting on the worm farm, so I can put the bedding into the worm farm because they really like that. So I'm just popping the hay onto the top. I'm going to do it quite so the grass doesn't grow through. I might save some of the hay too. If not, I'll just grab some more for the mangoes because they also seem to hate grass. So it'll be good. So I've got my mangoes. I thought I'd take them into the shade as well to repot them. So same thing, kind of like what I did with the turmeric. I'm gonna see that gap difference. I'm gonna fill that pot with that much dirt. So when I put this in, obviously without that, it'll sit at the height I want. So I think that makes sense. I don't really know, but let me know if it doesn't make sense and I will try to explain it better. So I'm just chucking the potting mix in. Ooh, look at the little worms. Oh, these things are everywhere. So I've got the potting mix in at about the height that I need. So I'm gonna try to hold the phone while repotting this. Bear with me. Okay. So I'm gonna get the mango. I'm gonna just super gently, I don't know if you can see this, squeeze the sides until you can sort of feel it falling into your hand a bit. This one's not quite root bound, so there's a lot of dirt falling away. I usually like to wait until they're fairly root bound before I repot, only because I don't like actually touching the baby roots. So I don't usually have the best of luck with that. I like to not disturb them too much. Some people like to, you know, like fiddle with the roots and tease them out and stuff. I don't usually have the best of luck with that. I usually end up killing my plants. So over the years I've kind of just let them tease themselves out to say. This dirt's quite wet, so I'm not going to be watering them in. So that's one. Thank you, little mango repotted. Now for this monstrosity. I'm going to use the grass to help pull it out because the grass will it'll be balled all up in there. The grass roots really do take up a lot of space. And then once I've repotted it, I will rip the grass out, or at least rip the tops off. Obviously, unless I pull it all apart, I can't really get the grass roots out, but you know, never-ending struggle. I don't mind it. It makes pulling them out a lot easier, and you'll see the difference. So these mangoes are both the same age. See that? That's from the grass. It kind of holds it in place, which I quite like when I'm transplanting and potting. So I don't like having little baby roots everywhere. Go. Sorry, I needed 2 hands for that. So what I did was I held the roots like that and then pulled, so it didn't pull the pot out. And it works pretty well. Most of the grass roots came out with it, as you can see. Quite gentle, and give it a bit of a wiggle on the way out to help loosen it up. This one, and 2 mangoes, which is quite nice. I used all the old quail bedding for the turmeric, so I'm going to have to get some more. But yeah, very nice. Some more hay. I'll try to grab some of the not fresh stuff I just put in. I should have grabbed more out to start with. I'll grab some from over here. It's got lots of poop. I like to put duckweed in their water. It's quite high in calcium, so it's very good for them. They don't really eat it as much as they used to though. When I first put it in, they would absolutely smash it. But now they're kind of like, eh. Maybe they're just bored of it. They get it a lot. Like, it's every time I change their water, which is every 2 days maybe. In summer I have to do it almost every day, but that's only because it gets hot, yuck. So just not the best angle. It's super awkward to do one-handed. My precious little wallaby. I wanted to put it in the ground, but where I live it's mostly clay. And they like really free draining soil, so I cannot put it in the ground. But yeah, beautiful. I'll take the rest on that. Just cause. Happy little mangoes. And I got my edible turmeric. Actually, you know, they kind of look like ginger. I don't really know the difference. I think turmeric's more yellow. I don't know. If anyone knows, if anyone actually even watches these, if you know what it is, it'd be great. I think it's ginger. So, I don't know. But that's that. My little how-to on how to repot plants. So yeah. Hopefully there'll be a less boring video coming up. As you can see, Marley's very due for another tidy up, so I might be doing one of those with clippers this time. And I was thinking about my last video, I didn't explain how I shape his hair, so or like set it to say. Might do that next time, I don't know. But thanks for watching. Forgot to mention, I decided to put the sweet potato leaves in with the quails. I don't know if they'll eat it, but they'll have fun pecking through. Keeps it interesting for them. It's quite bushy in there now. Jamie's already having a look at it. He's very inquisitive.